Welcome to the Challenging the Way We Age podcast, hosted by the Mavericks of Senior Living, Francis and Catherine, focusing on creativity, ingenuity, and inspiration to educate and inspire changes in the senior experience, breaking the status quo and creating hope for the way we age. We want to thank our title sponsor during Denver Startup Week 2019, iAging. We want to thank our supporters, Assured Assisted Living, Serenity App, Sevens Home Care, Sevens Residential Memory Care, and Workability Co-working Space. Now get ready for the next episode.
Good afternoon, you Mavericks. I'm Francis Legassi, your Chief Curiosity Maverick, and I have Catherine Wells here, our Chief Inspiration Maverick. And we are excited because we are here at Denver Startup Week, and we're going to have some special guests that are going to come on today. And our first one is RJ Pohl of HearOClub.
Hello.
So, RJ, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Could you just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I am the co-founder of HearOClub, and what HearOClub is we are a hearing aid battery and cochlear implant battery subscription service. So we found that a lot of people, especially in the aging population, have trouble getting batteries. You know, someone will run out and they either can't drive anymore, or they're living in assisted living and they're waiting for their family member to come drop off batteries. And so they end up going through these gaps in time where they're unable to hear, which we've actually called them hearing emergencies. Because when you don't treat your hearing loss, a lot of people don't realize this, but you are at 3 times the risk to have a fall. When you're not treating your hearing loss, you're twice as likely to develop dementia. A lot of these periods where you're unable to hear cause anxiety, cause stress. It's periods of isolation. We did kind of focus groups early on and actually met a woman who would go as long as 2 weeks without being able to hear when her batteries would run out. She would have to set up an appointment with her audiologist and would wait until they could schedule her in and take a bus to go get it. And so really kind of in the senior living space, we found this is kind of commonplace and there aren't a lot of solutions for it. So we kind of came up with our system to treat that and make sure that people don't run into hearing emergencies.
That's awesome because, I think my own grandmother, if my parents aren't around, my own grandmother wouldn't know what to do with her battery. She'd kind of just try to put her old ones in or...
With my own father, I realized that he was using it as a crutch. He would just say, I don't have any batteries or my batteries are dead, so you're just going to have to talk louder. And it was kind of his way of staying isolated, I think, because he was feeling more comfortable being isolated. But he really did want to be engaged with us, so having batteries on hand would have been much better for us.
Yeah, we found people kind of, like you said, use it as a crutch and kind of fall into that like kind of pattern of being able to hear and unable to hear, and it's just kind of like, oh well. But we found kind of people, once they get that consistent hearing back, it kind of empowers them. So we've seen people kind of have like their personality comes back. They no longer kind of have that stress and that kind of awkwardness where they don't engage with people because they haven't over the last couple days. And they kind of pick up like life where they left off before. So it's been really, exciting to kind of give people a piece back of their life and kind of empower them as they are aging.
That's awesome. How'd you get into it? I mean, you're obviously on the younger side.
Yeah, so actually I was visiting my grandma who lives in a nursing facility, and she kind of had problems with her hearing aids, and we ended up talking with like a director there and trying to figure out like, what's the solution, what do you do? And she kind of didn't have an answer and was like, well, it kind of falls on the family members, and the family members have to monitor it themselves, and that's kind of asking a lot of people, and since people don't realize the real, downside of it, that people can fall and that people can develop dementia, they don't think that it's something that they need to stay on top of. So we did a number of focus groups, talked to a lot of directors of facilities kind of in different places, and kind of had this solution in place. And then my business partner has worked in the battery industry for almost 30 years. So he worked more with the Die Hard brand, which is who we're working with right now. So, not specifically to hearing aid batteries, but he obviously had access to them and knew the brand, and we had all kinds of connections to kind of build this up with them. So, realizing that the problem was in place and kind of having the solution, we put the two together and have been, solving hearing emergencies for people now for about a year.
Wow.
So you've been in business about a year?
Yeah.
And did you have funding?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we raised funding with a company actually that's based out of Steamboat. We're based out of Steamboat, and there's some angel investors there who backed us. So.
And are you nationwide?
Yes, yeah. We're in about 35 states right now, but we're set up to ship anywhere within the U.S.
So how can people find you? How can they get a hold of you if they're interested in the subscription? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So you can go to HearOClub.com. We also have an 800 number. It's 833-LISTEN-TO if you're not comfortable signing up online. So those are for kind of our individual programs. If you want to sign up for someone who's aging at home, if you want to sign up for yourself. But we also do group sign-ups as well for senior living. So through our website, you can see there's a group sign-up. They can reach out to our the info address there, and so we do group sign-ups as well, where you can have a whole assisted living facility sign up and get everyone on board.
Wow,
that's great. And Hero is spelled HEARO.
Yes, that's correct.
Club.com.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
that's good, because I can see a lot of people maybe doing a little differently in the spelling there.
Yeah.
I love the name though. How'd you come up with the name?
It was just we're all about hearing, and a hero saves the day, so we feel like we're saving the day for people that have hearing loss.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we really appreciate you taking some time to come on today.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have you back for a longer episode. I'd like to dive more into hearing and the aging process and how we possibly can do more to help people.
Yeah.
And some better education, because you highlighted just two things that I didn't know about, and I thought I was pretty well versed in this, having been a caretaker for my father for a long time.
Absolutely.
So we look forward to that.
Great.
Thank you,
I look forward
RJ.
to coming back. Thank you for having me on.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. The Mavericks want to hear from you. Visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Mavericks of Senior Living or mavericksofseniorliving.com and leave us your comments, questions, and ideas for future podcasts.